Hi guys, Scott, Sega Saturn lad, back again with another video. This is going to be a video of one of the most disappointing racing games on the Saturn. Just followed this up with the House of the Dead video, so not really showing the Saturn in its best light, but I think these two games are two interesting titles because they were basically really rush jobs. Yeah, rush jobs when the console was coming to the end of its life. When really they should have been the opposite. You know, it was, you know, should have taken their time to get it out. But yeah, if you haven't guessed already, it is Sega Touring Car. When this originally come out, well, in the run up to it coming out, really through the official Sega Saturn magazine, this was really bigged up as the next Sega Rally, almost the saviour of the console. But it's nothing like Sega Rally. It's just too fast. You get an impression of it. The handling is really all over the place. It hasn't got the fine balance between grip, power sliding, and the texture that Sega Rally holds, but it runs literally at about twice the speed Sega Rally does, so it doesn't play very well. But it's got this cock rock of the 80s as a soundtrack, like very sort of Daytona-ish, and it just sounds awful by today's standards. The actual graphics, it don't look too bad. It runs at a smooth 30 frames per second. You know, the detail is there, but you know, this came out at the same time as Gran Turismo, and when you compare the two, it's, you know, it's night and day. But anyway, we'll give it a go. So we'll go for arcade side. It's been a while since I played this, but it's one of my least favourite racing games. But I just remember being bitterly disappointed when it came out, because I was, you know, Saturn guy through and through, and when this came out, I ended up buying a PlayStation with Gran Turismo. So, you know, still kept hold of the Saturn, but you know, this was a big disappointment back in the day. So yeah, anyway, we'll give it a go. I do understand this is running off the camera to TV, so you probably won't get the best impression. Typical sort of Sega arcade game. You've got 10 seconds to choose your car. You've got the Calibra, AMG C-Class, Alfa Romeo 155 and the Toyota Supra. It's got to be the Supra, ain't it? Absolute bollocks of a car. The bollocks of a car. One of the best 90s Japanese, what would you say, come out at the same time as the Skyline and the NSX, the sort of Japan's answer to Ferrari. Even nowadays, the twin turbo one is very expensive anyway, and rocking on back cars. Right, so as you can tell, it runs very fast, and already we're in the gravel, and we're on the side, and we're on the side again. And even when you slow down, you're still all over the place. See, when you brake, the car just doesn't respond with what you want it to do. And a little bit power sliding there, and we're on the gravel again, and you can't get an impression there. You might think, yeah, he's just shit at it. Yeah, I am, but you know, if you shit at a racing game, take your time, get to learn the track, get to learn the car's feeling, the characteristics. I mean, seriously, how are you meant to compare to that? The 7th place car qualified in 26 seconds and I qualified in 31. Oh, I hate this game. Nice Alfa Romeo Spider there. It's actually not badly detailed for the sun. Obviously you've got your two views. That is just next to impossible. Let me do this. You can hear the music in the background. It's quite, I think the woman that sung this is the same woman, or the same vocalist, that did the music in Sonic R. And I think it was I think, I'm not too sure, but I might be right. I think it's just in the Sega Europe versions, or the European PAL versions, that you got this silly bin waffling on. Jesus Christ, it's just, it is hard work. Graphically, it's pretty good. It's not too bad. I mean, you compare it to the early Daytona, and it's probably one of the better looking games on the Saturn, to be honest. You know, you compare it to F1 Challenge and Hang On 95, you know, it don't look too bad, but it's just the controls are really down, which is really disappointing, because they could have had a bit of a gem on with this. They just slowed it down 30–40%. Could have been alright. Wow, 8th again. So we'll give the next track a bash. Grunwald Circuit. Now, how small of a track has it got to be for you to do a lap in 26 seconds? Now I'm doing 340 kilometres an hour. Now what's that in miles an hour? I don't know what. 180, 190, 200? 120, 60. So 200, 100. Say close to 200, but Jesus Christ, it feels like you're travelling at about 400 miles an hour. Right, here we go, no brakes. Pedal to the metal. Come on, bitch. Time extended. That's it, don't matter. Into the side, don't matter, mate. Go on, in we go. It's quite there's a bit of a feature as well. If you can be asked, unlike me, to replace your Saturn internal battery, you know, every year, you know, good for you. I can't. I can't be bothered with it. But basically, with the Saturn's internal clock, if you change it to specific dates, you get a and I'm in the pits, which is just what you need when you're just about to finish the race. Marvellous. Nice bit of collision detecting there by the old Saturn. Yeah, with the Saturn's internal clock, basically change it to specific dates. You get special features, such as if you enter it on Halloween, I think you get like a spooky version, or if you enter it on Christmas, you get like snow. Similar to sort of Christmas nights, how it works. It's just quite a cool little feature. There are ways of unlocking the Sega Rally cars, but again, they just literally travel at the same speed these things do. So you've got a bit of a replay. Gives you a better impression of the majestic graphics. This game reminds me of GT64 and the N64. Now, that is probably actually one of my favourite N64 racing games, and I think it's a much better game than this. Very, very similar, but I think GT64 is, don't get me wrong, the N64 is not the console if you're into your races in the 32-bit era, really. But, you know, it really, really good, solid game, so check that out, GT64, if you like your racing games. Sega Sound, Trance. I think the graphics, certainly on the car detail, they look a bit more polished than the Sega Rally, but sometimes they run so smooth the frame rate does drop a little bit. I think these cars are based originally on the Japanese touring cars and the DTM, Deutsche Touring machines. Obviously German touring cars. I think the Alpha Calibra, because it's the Opel Calibra, and the AMG Merc, they're all the German ones, whereas I think the Supra is obviously based on the Japanese competition. Right, I think we've had enough here because I think my camera's going to die soon, guys. But you get an impression of what the game's like. By all means, check out better videos on YouTube of you know, this arcade racer, I would say. But it's alright, it's not too bad. But it's missed opportunity by Sega, I think. Missed opportunity. Anyway, guys, take care of yourself, and I'll see you when I see you.